So today I am going to be doing a Pixie hair tutorial. This is my go-to style for my Pixie. I am not one to have the curl and iron every day. That's not my jam. Of course, I do styles like that every once in a while, but my day-to-day routine for my Pixie is what I'm about to show you. It's pretty easy. All you need is some gel of choice. My gel of choice is the Extreme gel. I buy the big ones because I run out of them quickly. So this is my gel of choice. I don't think you have to use this particular gel. You can definitely use the Eco Styling gel, whichever one you prefer to use. I think it could work. I've never really tried using the Eco Styling gel. For some reason, when I started to style my Pixie this way, I had this one at home, so I use this one and I've just kind of always stuck to it because I know how it performs and I like how it performs. So I just kind of stick to what I know, okay? But there's no reason why Eco Styling gel could not work. Yeah, I just haven't tried it, okay? So this is my gel of choice. I think any clear gel would work really well. Like any clear water-based gel would work really well. But yeah, this is what I use. I know I look crazy right now, but trust the process. So we're going to start off with freshly washed, conditioned, and towel dried hair. Because it's just a little bit dry, I'm just going to make it a little bit damp. I find that damp hair tends to work better instead of all the way dry. So it's slightly damp right now. There we go. Now I'm going to take my It's a 10 Miracle leave-in product and I'm just going to spray that all over. All right, and then I also take some oil. It doesn't really matter which oil you use, any oil of your preference, but the one I'm using is some macadamia nut oil. Just gonna take a couple of pumps and just apply. Next, I am going to take some Nairobi. You don't really have to use Nairobi. I just find that it just makes it softer for me to work the hair gel into the hair. So I just apply a little bit of Nairobi, not too much. We're not really going to wrap. Okay. Now we get to the fun part, applying the gel. So there are two ways to do this. You can go as less or as light as you want or as heavy as you want. It all depends on how long you plan on carrying this hairstyle. I typically like to do mine to last me about 2 to 3 days. After that, I just find it gets a little bit too hard and it just starts to lift like around here. And I don't like that look. I like it to lay flat. And I find that 2 to 3 days is an appropriate time for it to still kind of lay flat. You're just going to apply gel generously. I like to start from the bottom here and then work my way up. That way I find that the gel kind of like stays longer. All right, so hair gel and you're just going to apply. First of all, just apply and then you're going to work it. Just going to apply. So I like to start from the bottom, combing from the bottom, and then work my way all the way up to the crown of my head. If you want it to lay flat, you have to be generous with it. All right, and you're just going to work from the bottom and work your way up. So in case you didn't notice, I suffer from alopecia. So this is like the only style that works for me, that I can carry my natural hair or my own hair. I'm not natural, I'm relaxed, in case that wasn't obvious. But I mean like carry my natural, well, my real hair. But I mean like the only way that I can carry my real hair, I'm out. Before I had my Pixie, I was on the struggle bus, trying to find ways to conceal my edges, trying to find ways to have the sew-ins and still kind of, you know, not really show that I have really thin edges. Or I would try to wear wigs all the time. And I love a good wig. That's my jam. I love wigs. I still love wigs, even with a Pixie. But this is like the best way that I can carry my hair and still feel confident about it and not feel like extra sensitive about it, because there are ways that you can conceal like thin edges with a Pixie. I'm going to show you the way I do mine later. But yeah, so for now, we're just going to comb it into the style that we want. You can do a classic wrap with this, like a classic the classic wrap just like this and then work around this. But I've been really loving like a side part lately. So I'm going to do a side part today. You really want to concentrate too with the back of your ears. The hair there, at least for me, tends to be pretty stubborn. So I really want to pack some gel in there. And also the side and the back of my hair. Just going to pack some gel in there so it lays. Oof, what's that? Just going to pack some gel in there so it lays, flat. So at this point with a classic wrap, I would just kind of like put some waves around. And that's also quite beautiful. I do that too as well. But like I said, today I feel like doing a side part. So I'm going to put a side part right in here. So I'd like to curve it a little bit. And then the reason why I don't start off like parting it and then gelling down is because when I do that, I find that it doesn't really saturate the part, if that makes any sense. It doesn't saturate. The gel doesn't penetrate into the areas that I like to keep my part in. So I like to apply the gel everywhere first and then do my part. But hey, whichever one works for you is perfectly okay. I'm just gonna make sure my part is as sharp as I like it. So for context, my relaxer is like 2 weeks old. All right, so I usually like to do my relaxers every 4 weeks. As long as I have like a nice cut, I'm usually able to like spread it out that far out. But all right, now we've got our part the way we want it. We've got our hair laid in the position that we want it. Now, just gonna make sure everything is laying flat the way I like it. It is a messy hairstyle, so it's definitely not one that you want to do when you have makeup on. It's one that you want to do before you get your makeup on, because you can still kind of wipe after you're done wrapping. After you're done like laying your hair and sitting under the dryer. I guess you can kind of live it like this if you wanted to, but I like to put some waves on mine just to make it look a little bit more intentional, like I got it styled instead of like something that I just did at home. So the wave part is the tricky part. Everybody likes their waves a little bit different. So like, I don't think there's a one size fit all for waves, but I just kind of, and I feel like it is tough to put waves in with gel. So I just kind of play around with it. I don't mess with all the back over here when I'm working with gel because that's just too much. It's hard to kind of put waves in. So I just do the front like that. There's one wave right there. That's good enough for me, okay? That is good enough for me. And I just gently kind of like swipe the comb over it to give it that kind of like brushed look. And then now onto the next wave. And it's kind of like a back and forth motion. You're going to go back and forth several times to kind of get the right wave. And I'm just curving the comb. Curving the comb, playing with it, moving it a little bit. It's kind of hard to explain how waves are done. It's something you just have to practice with to get the right one. And I'm just going to pick up some more gel, just a little bit at the edge of my comb, because the gel you've applied previously will start drying. And I'm just going to move it. See, I'm just doing like this slow moving motion. I'm not doing anything too drastic. Because I do have alopecia, I like to bring my hair forward. There's that one. On to the next, pick up a little bit more gel. You can get as creative with your waves as you want to. I don't do too much. This is always a tricky part for me because my sideburns are a little bit on the longer side because of, you know, I don't have edges. So that. I'm going to use the tail end, push it back a little bit. That is it for me, okay? That's as much as I do. I don't go too crazy. Now we're gonna work on this side. Pick up some gel with your comb. Pull the hair forward. And there's that one. And that is pretty much it. And that is all I do. All right. Now I'm just going to make sure that my back is laid. All right. Make sure that the back and the sides are laid the way you want them to lay. And that's it. So now when this is done, you're pretty much done, to be honest. You're just going to sit under your dryer. I don't recommend that you wrap it with like the wrap strips because your waves could move. I have a hooded dryer that I'm going to sit on, and I usually sit for like 15 to 20 minutes. With the gel, your hair is already laid, so you don't have to keep it straight. It's still just going to lay straight. Yeah, at least that's how I do it. Since I wanted to stay put when it's drying, I am going to use some Guts to Be, and I'm just going to spray. Yeah, that's it. And now I am going to sit under my hooded dryer, and I usually sit there for about 15 minutes to 20 minutes. You really don't have to use a hooded dryer, honestly. You could actually be just fine just going out with this, especially in the summer. Like when I was in Dubai, I would do this, and as soon as I step out, 10 minutes later, my hair is dry. So if you live in like a hot climate, definitely you don't have to sit under a dryer. But a lot of times I want to sit and get it kind of dry so I can move around and do things without worrying that it's going to move. Because right now it's still wet, so it could definitely move. So I'm just going to sit. Once it starts to get pretty dry where I feel secure enough, then I'll just pop out and just let it air dry for the rest of the drying process. All right, so I ended up sitting under the dryer for 20 minutes just because I wanted the back to dry out a little bit more. So now I'm going to show you how I make my edges seem fuller. You could definitely use one of the colored hair gels. The Edge Boost is the black hair boost is a good one to kind of use to fill in your edges. But I like to kind of strategically place mine. So I am a coloring girly, so I have some Ohuhu markers. You can't really see them. Those are my Ohuhu art markers. That's the one that I use. I take this part of the edge right here, and I'm just gonna go and just place my hair strokes. Just kind of fill them in where I need them. There we go. Just like that, if you can see. And some right here where I have some gaps. I'm just gonna fill those in. There we go, down here. Some up here. On all the spots that I just think look a little sparse. You can even go in the back here. There we go. I'm just gonna fill in. And that is the way that I do my edges. Now for my part, just to make it a little bit brighter, a little bit more bold, I'm gonna take some foundation that matches my skin tone, well, some concealer that matches my skin tone. Just take a little bit, you don't want too much. And I'm just going to place some of that on my, just kind of like you would do with your lace front. That's where I got the idea from, actually. And I'll just use my hands to kind of and if you overdid it, just go back in. With your marker. You can also use a Sharpie for this as well. That's what I initially used to use. Until I just started using my hoo-hoo markers after a while. All right, and there you have it. This is exactly how I do my everyday pixie hairstyle. And this hairstyle should last you at least 3 to 4 days if you wrap it when you go to bed and you don't get it wet, of course. But yeah, it's pretty easy, pretty quick. You can just wave it and go. You don't have to sit under the dryer, and that should make it pretty quick and easy. If you made it to the end of this video and you learned something along the way, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up and a comment. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye.